Welcome back, everyone, to the final Castlevania Curse of Darkness stream. Today we're going to finish Dracula's castle, and we're going to put an end to Dracula's curse. Hey there, Liz. Welcome to the stream. Oh, I don't doubt you, Liz. Where the hell was I going with this guy? Oh yeah, I was trying to show off one more mage type before I completed the game. It's good you're going out tomorrow. It's good to get out of the house. Tomorrow, in fact, I'm actually going to take my girlfriend to dinner after work because I need to get out of the house. I would like a chicken parm. Going out for dinner after your shopping, huh? I see I'm not the only one. Oh, dear God. Yeah, the developers spawn all of the enemies in this fucking room, by the way, in a sphere around you just to surprise you. I forgot that was actually there. That's like the only time they ever do that. Otherwise, they have a lot of scripted, specified monster spawns in specific locations. Called Weatherspoons? Okay. But only losers call it that. Did you say that so that you could try and trap me into saying Weatherspoons and then being able to call me a loser? Because that's kind of a lame trap. No. Embryo Rod. I really wish ice magic was so much more of a thing in this game. You've got a couple of innocent devils that are designed around it a little bit. But it's never really a particularly big focal point. Explosion B! Oh, this thing! This thing is actually pretty funny. Excuse me. For hurrying up with the start of the stream, my sadness has already decreased a tiny bit. Yeah, I wasn't hurrying. I really should have, but I am so tired after the last 2 days. I feel like I did most of the fucking work this morning at my job, while my manager just kind of arbitrarily decided when he was going to do something according to leadership, when he was going to do something that he actually needed to do, and when he was going to do something that would actually help me out. We were working totes for 6 hours. I don't know what they were thinking when they made the schedule, but they minimized staff the day after truck. And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck are you smoking that was what you decided to do? So this is what Explosion B does. It basically spawns these 3 little bombs that detonate on enemies, and you have to keep respawning them. It's a cheap ability, like it's 15 hearts, it's not that expensive, but it doesn't do anywhere near as much damage as a lot of the other ones can do and build up. So it's not really worth the effort to actually use. You'll notice we're already on the 3rd floor of Dracula's castle. I don't know if this was done intentionally, but Dracula's castle has like 7 to 9 floors. You need another holiday? Yeah. Spartan joins calls when he's in the shower. You need to match his energy. No, I don't. I don't know how many fucking times I try to tell people the shower is the one fucking place that I go that I don't want to be bothered. Like, for anything. Aside from going to the bathroom to use the facilities for whatever reason I may, people only ever fucking leave me alone when I'm in the shower. And even then, that's not entirely ever been true in my life, despite how much I've always wanted it to be the truth, because my mother would very frequently interrupt my shower in order to talk to me, even when I did not want to be talked to. I just wanted to enjoy my shower. And I don't blame my girlfriend when she interrupts, because she only ever comes into the shower when I'm in there. She has to either bring up something very important or use the facilities herself. My mother half the time would use the excuse to be a gossip Jane. Which is weird, because she's not normally a gossip Jane. I love this laser sword sound effect. Nice try, you big ape. Mine's bigger than yours. It might not be, actually. That guy was huge. It's not our fault you're so irresistible. We can't stay away for too long. It's so bad. Yeah, you know, I feel like that's kind of how I am now at this point. I have actually become somebody who's semi, sort of, maybe kind of charming once in a while. I just accidentally wasted some hearts there. But I get so many of them in order to refill my mages and my well, not my mages, but my innocent doubles HP because of how I play this game anyway, so asking if I care. The correct answer is no, I don't. Rice. This particular floating bee is really good. The Synchron saucer. for dealing with fleamen and death rippers because it hits fairly hard. And it has long reach. You did this to yourself, it's not our fault. Yeah, keep dreaming. Ow! Ow! Jesus fucking Christ! Why is every 500-pound fat guy trying to dogpile me? That's gonna get me canceled. Like, I got bull-rammed by all three of those oversized assholes. Holy shit. We're not going into comments like that, Liz. Jesus Christ. Oh my. Oh, hello. Harpies. It's the harpy I mean, what? Okay. This guy has just pissed me off. No, you've hit the top of my shit list, sir. And apparently I stopped being able to dodge your attacks. Don't ask me how. Just did. What the fuck? Bitch, let go! I will steamroll your feathered ass! Oh, somehow I killed the other one in the process of killing the first one. I just randomly get fucking strangled by a goddamn harpy. Hey, let me drop an ice cube on you dickheads. If you won't stop spamming the fucking page tornado, I will drop a lightning bolt on your head. You deserve that. Also, I love how the fucking candles here, the candelabra, are now literally like mini goth coffins. Because we weren't goth enough until we started making goth coffin candles. What's up, Rev? Something from Nintendo Direct that sounds neat, huh? I'm listening. A lot of people are furious over the price tag of the new Switch. Drop my chicken. I was gonna say, why is he not hitting her with that lightning bolt? Because he was auto-targeting the Amduskias. Come here, you feathered bitch. No, I'm gonna cut you in half. don't want to be touched, fine, you will get electrocuted. Don't blame me when you end up in a funeral. I actually kind of need to kill one of those guys to show off the most powerful helmet in the game, because those guys drop the Angel Halo material that I need in order to make it, but it's one of the... Excuse me, it's not a very common drop. Neither of the materials that those bitches drop are actually common drops. They're, like, I call them bitches, the ambuscus are male, they're assholes. We should be furious. Is it fried chicken? Yes. I know you've got some noodles. No, I don't have noodles. I have rice. Quiet, you. New FromSoft, new Kirby game, new Donkey Kong. Torrent in the Switch. Version of Elden Ring looks different color-wise. The rice isn't soggy. You just don't know the difference between slurping and actually eating food. Man, I remember as a kid, I had the timing to stealing from those guys down to a perfect T. I had it, like, mastered to the point that I could do it, like, one right after the other. Bah! Breaks a candle, drops a potion, breaks another candle, drops a high potion. Excuse me. Damn! Those guys don't like lightning damage very much, do they? Then again, they are walking metal suits. Noodles can be soggy, but that's not really the point of noodles. Oh, shit. Rapid snipers. Do not take on final guards while there are rapid snipers in the room. That is how you die. Lightning does so much damage to those guys. Holy crap. I ain't paying attention. Can you hear him slurping? Stop obsessing with these slurping on noodles, okay? You need to quit obsessing with that. That's not a healthy obsession. Your distractions are dead, Jim. Your distractions are dead, Jim. And that means you are too. Large meat. He's lucky. There's a 007 game shown on Nintendo Direct video. That has me very concerned. I'm highly concerned because I don't trust modern Hollywood and modern game developers in general to make a 007 game that does 007 justice. Because modern 007, I'm not gonna lie to you, he feels like every other generic action super spy. And that's because he is. He's not interesting, he's not unique, he's not super cool. He's not as suave as he used to be, and he's not nearly as much of a thinking man or a ladies' man. He's just hi. I'm the kind of English answer to Ethan Hunt now. Ethan Hunt being the name of Tom Cruise's character in the Mission Impossible films, for anybody who somehow doesn't know who that guy is. And I watched several Mission Impossible movies. The problem that I have with the Mission Impossible films is that if you've seen one of them, you immediately know how all of them are going to end. There's Demonic Disaster, by the way, which is an extremely powerful technique that... excuse me, your innocent devil learns at this particular stage, and it is the main reason to want to advocate for turning your mage type into the embryo rod as opposed to one of the others. The Slurp Police is here. Yes, it did show Amazon on it. Thankfully, the woman who was in charge at Amazon with Rings of Power has been fired. Mario Kart is a new Mario Kart... World is a new Mario Kart game. Okay, yeah, we got a new Mario Kart game. Okay, that's... Okay. Yes, the woman in charge of Rings of Power has been fired. No, she doesn't really have anything to do with what I just said. She is not the reason that I don't like modern fucking James Bond. I have seen the original James Bond films. My mom has damn near the entire James Bond collection, okay? She brought out the original James Bond films for me to watch and enjoy, and I did. And this little area here, you actually have to go through if you want to find the final innocent devil. You also have to equip the pumpkin mace in order to awaken said innocent devil, because you'll come into this room and it's the one innocent devil that you'll notice he doesn't wake up just because you woke him up. But if you smack him with the pumpkin mace, he will awaken. Innocent Devil Pumpkin appears. And the game wants me to name him Honey. Okay. Call him Lizzie. Love me. No, no. I'm a cute little pumpkin. So he's an adorable, goofy-looking little fella. The reason why I named him Bad is because he is a very, very bad innocent devil. He's got a wide host of transformations, you will notice. The other thing you'll notice is that when he's summoned out, he actually gives Hector a huge luck bonus, and he gives him bonuses to his constitution and his strength. So he gives you a bonus across all 3 stats. Your offense, your defense, your ability to get items. So after hearing that, you might think, how the fuck could this adorable little fucker possibly be bad? First of all, he starts out with almost no hit points compared to any other Innocent Devil at level 1, which is not good. Second of all, his base stats are shit. And lastly, when he actually gets into a fight, he has such short-ranged attacks that it's almost impossible for him to kill anything. No, Liz, I named him bad because he is bad. Now, he has a wide array of different abilities. You might think that can make him, or of different transformations, you might think, well, this guy could be good. There's got to be a transformation where he doesn't suck, right? I transformed him into most of these, and I was very disappointed with virtually every single one of them. In addition, he needs 70 Evo crystals in order to evolve into any of them. Not only that, no, you're not allowed to ban Rev. The other problem that this particular Innocent Devil has is the axe, sword, and special transformations. He actually needs a unique weapon in order to evolve that needs to be used for specific transformations on top of those. So after he evolves into those 3 central pillar forms, he has to have a specific type of weapon be used in order to transform him into something bigger and stronger. And the biggest problem with that is that transforming him into those transformations is never worth it because he never learns any new skills, no matter what form you get him. And the weapons that the game wants you to use are always joke weapons. In most cases, you'll notice there's a weapon or two I haven't really shown off in construction, like the sports jersey combined with the knuckle duster. That creates a couple of dumbass boxing gloves. The Pata and the Ada, when you combine those with a miracle egg, it creates a dumbass weapon that is incredibly weak and incredibly bad. It doesn't create good gear, and that's the main reason why I deny it and why I refuse to construct it and work on it, and it's just because it's that bad. You can combine a sports jersey with a Pico Pico hammer, you can combine the school cap with a bat. And it will get you another joke item. Just to show you what these are, just so you don't ever get the misapprehension that it's anything good. Special Ops uniform. It has +2 defense. The sports kit is arguably better than this. Worn by operatives on special missions, proof of Top Brass's implicit trust. Hanzo's clothes, said to have been worn by a famous assassin from the Far East with much tension and suspense. This is a reference to Hattori Hanzo, who was the most legendary assassin and ninja to ever live in feudal Japan during the Warring States period. Now, you may wonder why go through the trouble of unlocking this Innocent Devil if he's such a piece of crap. I'll tell you why you actually want to go through the trouble of unlocking him. He adds another Innocent Devil slot to your Innocent Devil deck. So you can actually add an additional Innocent Devil to your team if you simply unlock him and then store him away and never use him so you can replace him for something else. Something that doesn't suck. Stuck in a video game rut, Rev. What do you mean? Oh, God. Thank you, Kane. Anybody wondering why I named my Devil-type Innocent Devil Cain? It's because the Devil-type used by Isaac, which we won't be fighting in his final boss fight, huge disappointment to me, is named Abel. And it is a reference to the Bible, the ancient story of Cain and Abel. The original spelling of Cain's name, though, is C-A-I-N, not K-A-N-E, like I named him. I named him K-A-N-E because I really love the Legacy of Kain video games and the Morgoth series, I believe it's called, or no, not Morgoth series. The name of the realm that the game series takes place in, I can't remember it. Nosgoth, the Nosgoth series. The Nosgoth video games are great. In fact, I need to pick up the Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver, and Soul Reaver 2 remastered mini collection because that's a really good game pair up. Let's summon Leoric and let Leoric get experience for the last of these fights. He actually is kind of a low level. Level 36 is not a good level for an Innocent Devil like him. I think his very impressive base stats are the main reason he doesn't suck right now. What the hell? Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Rogue Trader may be one, but I got no interest now to continue playing it. Been trying to learn when Space Marine 2 gets its update. My interest to play something sucks right now. Isn't Command & Conquer have Cain in it? Command & Conquer's Cain is also spelled the same way that mine's is. K-A-N-E. And he is not a reference to Cain and Abel. He just calls himself Cain. And yes, the character in question that you're referring to is the ultimate antagonist of the entire Command & Conquer Tiberium saga. I won't say all Command & Conquer games, period, because he does not exist in the Red Alert universe. Technically, he did in Red Alert 1. He is referenced, or rather, it's alluded to that he's the reason Russia got super powerful because he has a woman assassinate the premier, and then you take over as the new premier after he has the first one assassinated. Then you have the the leader of the Brotherhood of Nod, yes. In the Red Alert series, the predominant antagonists are Stalin. Yes, that's Stalin. For Red Alert 1. Red Alert 2 is a made-up premier. And around Red Alert 2, they start going into, like, full-blown parody of the Cold War era Soviet Russia stuff. In fact, instead of Microsoft, the giant computer mogul company of that era in the Red Alert universe is called Massive Soft. As a joke. And I cannot remember what they call Bill Gates in... I believe it is instead, his name is something else. It's like, Nate something, I think? I don't know. I didn't actually pay that much attention to that particular part. Mostly because I was trying not to watch too much of Red Alert 2. Largely because I really want to play it. I want to play Red Alert 2. A Blood Moon. Just like in Lament of Innocence. I like more games that go with alternative historical action and stuff. Like say World War III comes about in the Modern Warfare series. You might want to look at Tom Clancy's End War if you want to do that. Also, cutscene.
You resurrected the castle! Hector, bravo!
You wanted me to regain my powers. Now I see why. I fell right into your plot. After 3 years of peace, I'd lost my edge.
And I've sharpened mine. I've been waiting quite a long time to plot my revenge. Not only did my lord die because of you, you stripped me of my pride, my home. Now I shall make you suffer as I suffered. You shall die a most painful, gruesome death!
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to get to do that. Okay, Isaac has a new weapon, ladies and gentlemen. He's wielding a laser blade. So, if you wondered why I made the laser blade, I made it so that we could have a lightsaber duel in Castlevania! Because fuck you. I don't need another reason. And when Isaac takes a certain amount of damage, he will summon an innocent devil. You can try to ignore him in order to kill the innocent devil. I actually highly recommend that you do this because his innocent devil can be a real pain in the ass. His innocent devils also augment his stats in different ways. This one gives him a hefty defense bonus so that he will take almost no damage. Actually, it appears to have made him invincible. Has it? Yeah, it's okay. He's invincible while that particular innocent devil is out. And he can also order it to do ignition blow. He summons 3 innocent devils this entire fight. One of them is a joke. This one and one other are not. The corpse innocent devil kind of beats his ass like a redheaded stepchild. It's actually kind of hilarious to watch Leoric beat the fuck out of him. And now he's going to summon his second innocent devil. His second innocent devil is a... You'll notice it's Iete. Iete gives him a nice fat strength bonus. But Iete, as you will also notice, doesn't really do much for the durability department, and because he can't really dodge, he kind of sucks. You may also notice that my innocent devils look very healthy. His innocent devils look like they're grayed out or filthy. And here's his last innocent devil. This is the most difficult innocent devil to deal with that he can summon, and it's the Rossettes. And the Rossettes is a very problematic innocent devil. It drastically augments Isaac's attack power. Isaac is not invincible, you will notice, with this particular innocent devil out. Isaac is not invincible. But every time you hit this guy, will-o-wisps will fly off of it and try to violently murder you every time you injure him. And when he dies, all of those will-o-wisps that he still had left will blast the shit out of you. Yeah, Leoric is just handing him his butthole. Oh, hi. Ha! I cut right through his ass when he rolled around my weapon.
let the curse take hold of you. I'm certain that she would not wish you to pay such a price for your revenge.
How do you know what my wife would want me to pay for my
Murderous
revenge?
Impulse. This thirst for bloody vengeance. This is not me. It is the curse. Dracula's curse.
Oh, and you would not fall prey to the curse. Praiseworthy indeed. I wonder why. Was your desire for vengeance weak, or was your spirit strong? No matter. Either way, 'tis well finished. Your efforts have been a great boon to me. The moment you wavered was all I needed.
Zed. So, you're the one behind all of this.
You should have figured out who Zed is by now.
You used me to revive Lord Dracula.
Even so, Devil Forge Masters alone are suffused in my master's magic. Thus only a Devil Forge Master can be the vessel for his reawakening.
That's bullshit, actually.
Would be the best material. Yes, much more so than Isaac. That is why I guided you here, so that you may fully regain your powers.
Who are you?
However, for Lord Dracula to be reborn in you, the curse had to take hold of you. When you rejected the curse, you proved to be useless. Truly, 'tis most unfortunate.
That's also bullshit, by the way.
That weapon. You are none other than death.
Soon my master will enter Isaac's body. Though you were favored, Isaac will do. Dracula will once more walk the night.
And as for you, it is time for you to die.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you death! Oh, wait. Death isn't really that impressive after I killed him in the last game, is it? Oops. Okay, Death is a boss that you actually have to steal a very particular material from if you want to be able to craft a very specific axe-class weapon. The axe-class weapon, you might wonder, what the hell could you possibly forge if you steal a material from Death? The correct answer is, you can actually craft Death's own scythe. There's a problem with trying to do that, however. Death's scythe has a dark element attached to it. And you'll also notice that Death isn't really putting up much of a fight. I'm actually letting him kick my ass quite a bit here because he's really not that difficult of an opponent. Oh shit. I actually need to run the fuck away, run the fuck away, run the fuck away. He murdered my goddamn innocent devil. I hate you. Yeah, when he does that, he basically fires off an Armageddon bomb. Oh, and he does this. Shit. And do it again.
Impossible. A mere human has beaten me.
Yeah, that wasn't disappointing at all, was it? Oops. Did I humiliate Death himself? Well, they did say the Devil Forge Master's power could rival Death. I guess this is what they were talking about.
It's not actually. I beat that bitch's ass. He wasn't nothing.
Okay, so let's talk about the curse needing to possess Hector for a second. Number one, he's suffused in Dracula's magic. Dracula's curse would not actually need to control him in order for him to be a good vessel in order to be able to be transformed into Dracula as a revival. That logic is complete bullshit. It makes no fucking sense. There's no hinting in the story at all, at least that I've been seeing from the game, to tell me that that is even remotely a possibility that makes sense, or a necessity to begin with. So that's actually one of the weakest points of this game's writing. Also, cutscene!
The traitor Hector.
Lord Dracula, you are reborn.
Why did you betray me?
Why did you unleash your hatred upon the humans? When you began slaughtering them indiscriminately, I had no choice but to disobey you.
You side against me for the sake of humans. Humans are not worth the air they breathe. I was simply cleansing the world.
It is not your place to judge the worth of humans.
The powerful always judge the weak. The humans made their judgment of me as well. Thus, I sentenced them to extinction. Sympathy is merely a form of weakness. You betrayed me, Hector, and for that, the punishment is death.
I stand ready. I will not flee as I did before.
All right. So, Dracula as a final boss is fairly similar in some respects to... Whenever he does that, by the way, he's about to grab you so he can bite you and leech your health away. He will regenerate his HP from that. He has a lot of the same moves that Walter Bernhard did. When he fails to actually bite you when he does that, by the way. And all it takes is quick stepping to get away from it. You can steal tomato juice from him, by the way. I just thought that was a really funny gag item that you could steal from him. It's a food item that heals you somewhat. By the way, look at how much damage Carpet Bombs does to him. Dude, you're the one getting blown to shit, okay?
Power of darkness!
Psycho gremlin noises. I'm gonna say this, by the way. This is my favorite Dracula transformation in the entire fucking series. This is awesome! That lingering blood trail effect will damage you, by the way, if you get hit by it. Ow. Yeah, he does a shit ton of damage, by the way. I'm sure you'll try. Also, this is a really epic final battlefield for me to be on. Ow! That hurt. Tomato juice is literally another potion. Yeah, you can jump over that. Pretty sure I blocked that, but okay. Okay, that I definitely let hit me. I saw that. Can't really deny that one. Did not dodge correctly for that. Did not dodge in time for that. Oh, that was a perfect guard. That was beautiful. Oh, shit. Oh, I forgot. You can steal from him in that form, too. He just gives you vampire blood.
The transformation. Was it not complete?
So it would seem.
Oh, the curse. My soul may return to the abyss, but the curse will not be lifted. It will fester in the hearts of humans until they obliterate themselves.
Have you forgotten? I am a Devil Forge Master. I can turn your curse aside, transform it into something harmless, and so it shall be. Rest in peace.
Dracula's motivation is the same in every single one of the games. He always wants to obliterate humanity because they burned his beloved wife, Lisa, at the stake. That hatred never goes away.
Now that I reflect upon it, Isaac's madness and Rosalie's death were both caused by the curse. This, then, is the final forge. Heed my words, O great powers of darkness! Release to me one of the tortured souls. Let me infuse him with my life force and awaken him to the world of the living. Immaculate being, appear before me now! It is too monstrous! Tis done. The struggle has ended. I feel I can let go now and die in peace.
You look ghastly.
Julia, why did you come here?
I thought you might be contemplating something foolish, like letting go.
You see through it all, don't you?
You've paid your debt, have you not? From this day on, you must live true to your own heart.
You are wise indeed, Julia. I cannot fall knowing that you would fall with me.
Now that you realize, we must go. Let us depart, quickly. Farewell, Isaac.
I didn't notice that the first 100 times I played this game. The subtitle for Isaac's name changes sometimes if you pay enough attention. It just misspelled his name right there. No, that's not how Soma Cruz got made. That was done by Julius. I'll explain that in a bit.
At last.
Even so, I pray this will truly free the people's
Excuse me.
hearts.
Those hearts are yet filled with darkness. The curse has reached deep inside of them. Its mark will not easily vanish. For my brother, only death could erase it.
Julia,
All the same, people are not such fools. Their hope lies in one another. They shall realize that in time. Scars will fade and be lost to memory. Let us have faith in the morrow.
indeed.
It is a deep-seated sin that this Devil Forge Master system was never reused again in the series.
Faith in the morrow. Those are fine words. But not for me. As one who travels through time, I see the morrow a bit differently. All the same, the flow of time has stabilized at last. For myself, I think I will go far into the future and see what awaits. There is one great battle yet to be fought. The final battle between Lord Dracula and the humans. Perhaps they will remember your fight, or perhaps it will start anew.
What now, Hector? Where will you go?
Well, I have many friends I must conceal from the humans. I suppose I'll seek some hidden place where I can live in peace.
No need to search out such a place. I know of one.
Pray, lead me there. I am in your debt.
All that you may need, you shall find here. If that is fine with you.
Well, I suppose to stay here with you, Julia, 'tis not a bad idea.
Okay, so I'm gonna go through my ultimate feelings on this game. Number one, from a gameplay standpoint, this game is just a 100%, and a graphic standpoint especially, in upgrades from Castlevania Lament of Innocence. From a storyline standpoint, this game sucks just as hard, but for very different reasons. Number one, the majority of the story is actually told in tie-in comics that are not part of the game. That's media outside the actual game that you have to connect and touch and see in order to be able to actually connect with that media and understand the full scope of the story. Number two, Dracula's Curse. It's nice that they wanted to connect this game really hard with Castlevania 3, and they do a good job of that. Particularly with Trevor's form. I really like the way Trevor's designed in this game. He looks fucking awesome. But he also sounds awesome. But I hate, and I mean this, I hate it, that nothing is ever touched upon when it comes to Sypha Belnades or Grant Dynasty. Grant Dynasty and Sypha Belnades are not touched on at all, and those characters were just as critical. Alucard isn't touched on, but Alucard doesn't need to be touched on because Symphony of the Night already existed well before this game, and Symphony of the Night resolves his story just fine. Number three, Dracula's attitude in this game. Dracula is literally just the game's surprise. Here's your fight with Dracula end all. He has no real motivations that are unique. Nothing interesting is done with him, and he's just kind of fucking there. Ultimately, it turns out that Zed is death. There's a couple of context clues that Zed is not a normal being and could in fact be the Reaper himself. There's not enough of them in the game, though, so you might wonder who the fuck he is until he reveals that he's carrying around a death scythe. Saint Germain. Saint Germain is not taken advantage of anywhere near as much as he should have. Or should have been. And Saint Germain is a really interesting character, and he never shows up in the fucking franchise again. I'm really sad that doesn't happen, because Saint Germain is a character that you could bring back and be the recurring character in every fucking game, aside from Dracula and Death, and have a reason for him to be there trying to help the player out. And working alongside, or even just kind of appearing in certain instances as a cameo. In terms of the kid that you were talking about, Soma Cruz, Rev, There was never a video game in the series made on it, so I will have to explain it to you the way Castlevania Aria of Sorrow and Dawn of Sorrow explain it. In Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, it is revealed that Dracula was reincarnated in the body of a boy named Soma Cruz. But his soul is no longer tied to the power of Dracula's castle. This allowed Dracula's soul to separate and become innocent again and have a second chance at life. A chance to not be a vampire, a chance to not be a monster, a chance to not be the Lord of Darkness. Aria and Dawn of Sorrow, however, both also reveal something, Aria in particular. Aria of Sorrow reveals that Soma is doomed to become Dracula if he ever reconnects with the power of Dracula's magic. And that's because Dracula's magic is tied to an evil entity known as Chaos, which is literally a force, a will, a being of some kind that is the source of all chaos, disparity, and sin in our existences. And it possessed and infected Dracula through his malice toward humanity after what they did to Lisa, and made him its unending harbinger of chaos, madness, destruction, and death. Crazy mode unlocked. At name entry, enter @crazy to play crazy mode. Trevor mode unlocked. At name entry, enter @Trevor to play Trevor mode. And because of that, Dracula needed to be severed from the source of chaos in order to be free. Soma Cruz remembers who he was and what he became when he was Dracula and why. At a certain point in Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. And because of this, Soma desperately tries to free himself from Dracula. Going inside the deepest part of Dracula's castle, inside a spiritual area that may as well be the soul of the castle, to destroy Dracula's connection to the evil that wants to possess him. And he is given a spiritual guardian protection from Genya Arikado, who is revealed to be a modern disguise for Alucard, son of Dracula. By the way, when you do Trevor mode, this is Trevor. You get to play as Trevor in this game using Trevor mode. And all of his combos are unlocked from the beginning of the game. He does not level up like Hector does. So he can do really hilarious and stupid shit like that. He can throw knives. He can item crash. And do things like summon a serpent, a dagger of serpents, or a serpent of daggers. A dagger of serpents. That would be hilarious if he could summon that. He can throw twin axes, slam an axe into the ground, unleash the power of holy water, throw a cross, unleash grand cross. So he's got a lot of abilities. This is a magic mirror. It lets him stop time. So Trevor actually has a lot of really cool abilities. All of his abilities are available from the get-go. The way that Trevor levels up and grows in power is not by gaining experience points. This is your entire equipment screen, by the way. He can acquire new equipment, just not very well and not very interestingly. Playing as Trevor is a little bit different than most other games, just not that much. I could play the whole game again and do it as Trevor, but there's not really some incentive to do that. I'm just going to show off a little bit of Trevor's gameplay for here for a few minutes. Are Hector and Lilith never mentioned again? Hector is never brought up again after this game. Ever. Lilith is the name of of monsters that recur as a succubus-like monster in the series. But Soma Cruz, in the end of Aria of Sorrow, destroys the connection to chaos that he has, which destroys the power that keeps Dracula's castle in existence. It is also revealed that the reason why he was able to separate from his original version of Dracula and his original soul self is because Julius sealed Dracula's castle inside of an eclipse somehow. Oh, that's not Lilith, that's Julia, dude. Jeez. And no, Julia never shows up again either. She's never referenced. Never again. Another kind of sad shame. But, that's kind of one of the main thoughts here, is Julius Belmont seals Dracula in Dracula's castle inside of an eclipse and severs Dracula's resurrection cycle. That stops Dracula from being able to revive and become a threat to all mankind again. Yeah. How come Hector and Julia never show up again? Because it seemed like they could have had a child. They absolutely could have. And the reason why they never show up again is largely, I think, just because the developers didn't think about it. Another thing about Trevor, by the way, Trevor cannot pick up items. Any items that Trevor picks up, he doesn't hold them in an inventory space, except for specific tips to his whip. The items that he picks up, he keeps. He like if it's a health potion or a meat or something like that, he automatically just uses it as he picks it up. They never show up again because the developers, I guess, didn't really bother with them, largely because this game was not particularly well received. And it wasn't particularly well received for a few fucking reasons. Number one, the story to this game is horrible. Like, if you played this game and you didn't read the tie-in comics, the story to this game is paper thin. It doesn't hold up. It does nothing to make the characters interesting. It does nothing to make itself interesting. It does nothing to really try and push you into an environment where you are incentivized to give a fuck about what is going on. This game's story doesn't really do anything by itself. You need the tie-in comics to understand Isaac. You need the tie-in comics to have a much better understanding of his relationship to Hector. You need the tie-in comics to figure out why Isaac hates Hector so much. Yes, he betrayed Dracula, but you need to figure out what he actually does. And you don't see any of that in this game, because this game doesn't show you any of that. And Saint Germain is grossly underutilized, both in this game and in the series as a whole. Trevor Belmont is basically just fucking here. He helps you once and does fuck all the rest of the game, besides being a boss to show you how weak you are at the start of the game in Garibaldi Temple, and how broke dick powerful you get later near the end of the game when you fight him at the abandoned castle. But Grant isn't mentioned, Sypha isn't mentioned, Alucard isn't mentioned, none of them appear. You have no idea where the fuck they are because Trevor doesn't talk about them. You know, and Sypha, I thought, was supposed to be part, like, his fucking wife. So, where is Sypha and why isn't she with him? Is she taking care of their children? It would sure be nice to know because the game doesn't tell you, and it makes no sense for Sypha to not follow after her husband when she's a powerful sorceress that could whip ass and take names with the best of them. The story to this game is easily the worst part about it, and I wish I was wrong. I wish I was making this shit up. I'm not. The story to this game is just bad, and it should feel bad, because the developers decided, let's use tie-in media to fill in the gaps of the story. People will love Castlevania comics. Konami owns Castlevania, and that should tell you everything you need to know. The issue with the fact that you put in tie-in comics is these comics now tell a lot of the story we needed and didn't get. So we're actively punished for not fucking reading your tie-in comics to be able to feel like the story to this game works at all? Wow, that sucks. And the worst part is this is one of my favorite Castlevania games because the Innocent Devil system is where this game fucking shines. Number one, the combat to this game is great. It's particularly for a PS2 game, the combat to this game is fantastic. For a PlayStation 2 game as well, the depth of the Innocent Devil system is amazing. There's tons of different Innocent Devils that you can try and fuck around with. All the different evolutionary branches. You really want to see what each one can do. All of them are awesome in their own ways and can be serious assets or even liabilities depending on how you use them. There's tons of different abilities, tricks, skills, powers, traits, and everything tied to all these different things. You've got tons of different weapons. You can craft all different kinds of weapons. You know, there's so much here. As for what's coming next, I'm not really sure. Part of me wants to do Army Men Air Attack 2 because that's a game that I actually really enjoyed from my childhood as well. And it's a really funny game and it's a really entertaining game. Proceeds to shit on it. This isn't shitting on it. This is telling you where the game is bad. Like, this is an amazing title from a gameplay and graphics standpoint, particularly compared to its predecessor. But the story is terrible, and it's not even the game's fault. And it's not the game's fault because the developers thought, let's do tie-in comics, and then let that tell the story of the video game. But this video game could easily tell the story. Like, there was plenty of instances where we could tell the story of Hector in this game. Tell the story of Isaac in this game. Tell the story of Julia in this game. Tell some of the story of Trevor. Maybe even, in fact, take a look at what happened to some of Trevor's companions. This game does none of that. It makes no effort to touch on any of that. It doesn't even really try to tell its own story. That's not my fucking fault. That's the developer's fault because they put the meat of the story in a tie-in comic and then said, fuck it. Why bother? People will buy the comics. They'll love it. It'll make this game great. No, it doesn't. What saves this game, what makes this game great, what makes this game fucking amazing, the RPG system, the leveling system, the crafting system, and the pet evolution system in the Innocent Devils. The Innocent Devils are the reason I would recommend anybody should go out and pick up a game like this, and pick up this game if they love RPGs where you can develop your own pets. Because you can develop your pets and tailor them to your preferences with the sheer number of evolutions they have, the abilities they can learn, and you get all the tools to be able to go, okay, I want to evolve this Innocent Devil this way to get these points and these abilities and these powers because that works for me. Excuse me. The only Innocent Devil that I would argue is totally fucking worthless is Pumpkin. And if I still had my original Xbox working, I would show you why. Because I actually invested effort into Pumpkin in that game, and I was grossly disappointed the whole way. But from a gameplay perspective, from a PS2 graphics perspective, or if you have a pet, you can starve it to death. Yeah, there was. I don't remember what game that is, but it wasn't relevant to Castlevania. I will probably do more Castlevania games in the future. I kind of want to get the Dominus collection and play that for everybody to do Portrait of Ruin and the other games. Can you acknowledge my insult, please, and thank you? No, I'm not going to acknowledge your insult. I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm not paying enough attention to that. I'm ending this game on a high note, thank you. This is a great game. It's really fun to play. It's incredibly fun to develop and grow your innocent devils and your pets and see how they evolve and change and become cool things. Graphically, it's not bad, but it's definitely also not the most impressive thing on PlayStation 2. But this is also far from the worst I've ever seen on a PlayStation 2's graphics. I would argue Lament of Innocence is a million times worse. But if you like Castlevania, pick up this game. You'll have a good time. Just don't expect the story to carry the game. Expect the gameplay and the pet mechanics to be doing that for you, because they will. I showed off how to get virtually everything in the game. The things that I didn't show off that you can get, I largely didn't show those off because it would involve farming resources that are really obnoxious to farm and get, and I didn't want to have to go through tons of that. I might go through that off screen if you guys really want me to, including creating the remaining evolutions of the Innocent Devils. If you don't, then I'm not going to worry about it. But thank you all very much for watching. Liz is over there melting down, trying to insult me in a corner, and I'm just ignoring it because I've been Savage Hound Dusk. Stop by my YouTube to see all of my previous streams, and stop by my Discord to throw out some suggestions for things for me to play in the future. And I'll see you next time when I maybe try to finish something else or kickstart a new game. Have a great day, everybody. I've been Savage Hound Dusk.